I'm Brogan Austin.
I'm Jamaine Coleman.
I'm Cam Griffith. And welcome to 20 Questions with Tinman Elite.
Nailed it.
Nice.
All right, hopping into things. What was your last dream about?
I take a pass on this one.
Yeah, I can't even remember. I very infrequently.
I don't really
my
dream.
dreams.
I don't, just out like a light, trying to recover. Get that HRV up.
Yeah, no, I actually don't. I don't think I can remember what my last dream was about. Winning the Olympics under Tom's training with a pack of Tinman coming behind me.
With the pack of Tinman.
Is that the collective term for Tin Men?
A pack.
We are
a pack. A wild pack of Tinman. Do you have any siblings or family members who are athletes? I actually do. My second youngest sister is a 200 meter and 300 meter runner. She's ranked top 20 in the UK, so she's very good.
So who wins in a sprint between you two?
It would actually be really close. We've always I think her PR for the 200 is like 25 maybe.
Oh, she whoops your ass then.
I think I've got her, but it'll be closer than I'd like, and she's again like 8 years younger than me. So in a few years, I think she takes the scalp.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Any of you guys?
My brother was he was pretty good. He ran 8:51 for 2 mile and 4:09 in the mile.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was a superstar and ran post-collegiately, and I can't quite convince him to run professionally now. He's a bum nowadays, but he could come whip my butt if he wanted to. So.
Well, I have 3 brothers, and none of them really run or compete. I ever really have. I mean, they've all tried running track, but never trained or anything like that. Honestly, my dad's probably the closest thing, and he just likes running. Question number 3. What is your favorite day of the week and why? Start with you, Jamaine.
My favorite day of the week, Sunday.
Why?
You finish that long run, and you can just pound as many calories as possible. That's
fair.
The morning is kind of sucks sometimes, grinding out a long run. But once that's finished at 10 a.m., whole day to yourself, just pound some donuts, pound some chocolate milk, and then just typically in the season, NFL's on, so the rest of the Sunday is just watching football, watching the Bengals. Want to win a Super Bowl, baby? Joe Burrow.
You got to win a game first.
Yeah, we will.
I want to say I hate Sundays. Sundays are the worst day. But Thursdays are probably my favorite because Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the best, things to look forward to.
You said you hate Sundays.
I hate Sundays, yeah. Just because it's I work on Monday through Friday. But okay. Thursday, once you get to the afternoon, it's the home stretch. And you get a fun workout on Friday. And Sunday long runs are always my favorite. But then I'm oh man, I got to go back to work on Monday. So Thursdays for me.
I'm Sunday as well. Even if you have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go long run, there's something about getting up at that hour and just grinding. There's just, it's kind of satisfying,
Yeah. What is your favorite movie or TV show to recommend? I guess The Office is a cop-out, but if I were to recommend something else, on HBO there's a series called True Detective. That's probably one of my all-time favorite TV series.
One Punch Man. It is what it is, and it doesn't try to be anything else. I love that. Love it for that.
Is it a movie?
No, it's a TV show. It's anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Gotcha.
Or Rick and Morty, either one. Both good.
Okay.
I think Coach Carter is one of my favorite movies of all time. It was something that's growing up, or it just had everything, good soundtrack, good storyline, cool sets of guys. I moved to Richmond, Kentucky, and for the love of me, thought that was the Richmond in the movie. Turns out it's Richmond, California. But I think Coach Carter is one of my all-time movies. Got perseverance, sports, winning. They lose, but yeah, that's my favorite movie. Top 3 paintings.
Oh boy.
Gosh. Mona Lisa. The one that goes like this.
The Scream.
The Scream. And Brian's picture of me.
I was just gonna say
Brian's drawing.
3 pictures that Brian has made of me.
Yeah.
I think the better question is, what paintings do you know?
Just name them.
Yeah.
Just
like,
name them.
Like Starry
Yeah.
Night, Mona Lisa.
Starry Night is a good one.
Last Supper. That's another good. That's a famous one.
Yeah.
That's the one on the Sistine Chapel, right?
No, the Last Supper is the one. The
Last Supper.
Yeah, because on the ceiling of the.
No, that's
Sistine
the touch. That's the.
Oh, you're right.
On the
Do you have any hobbies outside of running?
I like to read. I always claim that I read. Easier said than done. But I like to always have a book that I'm reading at the time. And I alternate between fiction and nonfiction. So I'm learning something new and then also expanding the mind a little bit. But it's one of my favorite pastimes. So.
One of my hobbies. Big Catan player. I'll whoop anybody's ass. Calling anybody out at me. Think you can beat me in Catan? We'll get a virtual game going on. There's an app.
I'll like some SmackDown.
I don't want to beat you, but yeah, that's my hobby. Any spare time, I'm strategically planning. Big Hayport guy. If you get it, I'm a big Hayport guy. If you know, you know.
I don't really have any hobbies outside of running. I mean, I kind of read a little bit. It's just like occasionally though. It's not like, and it's a pretty boring answer, but yeah.
I guess
Video games.
let me know if you have any books. Anybody that's watching this, let me know in the comments. What is your bucket list trip? I guess for me, I'll eventually go overseas, and obviously UK and Australia.
Just throw me in at the end there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I think top of the list for me right now is like Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic. Do like a 3-country trip there, and then don't tell Cam, but New Zealand too would be on the top of the list.
New Zealand is above Australia.
I think for me, probably Fiji. Flights from England to Fiji was super far. It takes a long time, really expensive. So like it was never something that was like on the cards, but looking there, it looked phenomenal. The beaches look absolutely insane. The views, just that Asian vibe. Is it Asia Pacific? Fiji's in the Pacific, so it's not really Asia, is it? That kind of Asia Pacific vibe, just something that's really like excites me. I would really love to go there.
I haven't seen much of Australia, which I'm kind of like disappointed with myself for. I've seen more of the US than I have Australia, so I want to go like rural Australia, like Uluru, which is right in the middle, like near Alice Springs, and then up down the East Coast, West Coast as well.
Do you have any pet peeves?
The fact that you got that question is just iconic.
Are you referring to my one
very
particular pet peeve?
pet peeve?
My pet peeve is I absolutely hate people brushing their teeth anywhere around me. The smell, the sound, the noise, it literally makes me feel absolutely sick.
Yeah, I learned this firsthand the other week.
Yeah, like even if you like don't realize it and you come into the room and then leave, that smell for me lingers for a good hour. Like I was gonna
Really?
oh gosh.
Who ruined that for you?
I don't know. I really don't remember. I just remember that sound that just spits. Oh gosh.
When did that start?
I don't just since I've grown up.
Oh, really?
I don't like brushing my own teeth. I do it like once a week, every now and again when I have to. But like I don't enjoy brushing my teeth. The smell of the mintness, the feel of it. It's just something that
Really?
I really don't like. Yeah, it's
Okay.
weird. Definitely weird.
Interesting.
I mean, it's pretty classic, just dirty dishes in the sink. I mean, like, if it's there for, like, a couple hours, it's fine, but if it's, like, if you cooked for breakfast on Monday morning, it's still there Wednesday, I'm going to be pissed.
Really?
Right? That's going to be gone.
That's
like,
fair.
that's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's reasonable. I don't know if brushing teeth is reasonable. For me, it's I'm just like hyper aware of whenever people are like chewing food, and apples just do me in. Like whenever I hear it, I just like clench up, and I'm like, yeah, you gotta stop chewing that apple. Or I just leave the room. I don't know. I just like have uncontrollable angst whenever people are eating apples.
You said that mine wasn't reasonable, and somebody just getting in one of the 5 a day, just trying to keep the doctor away. That is an unreasonable request. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can eat applesauce. Applesauce is good.
Yeah.
But
I actually like applesauce.
chomping down on apples, man, just gets me.
But what if you get like a Honeycrisp and it's just,
I understand why people like apples, but it's just the noise. Just the
Can
chomping.
you eat apples yourself?
I think I can eat apples myself. It's just like hearing other people, kind of like the
That's yeah.
yeah.
All right, next question. UK versus Australia in a 1500 3 versus 3. Who wins?
It's not even close. We're the strongest in the nation.
Well, except
I'm
I'm on the 1500, so
it doesn't matter. Our top 3 is literally the strongest 3, and like look at the World Champs final.
Yeah, but I 325 for me, and then no, I mean I'm not gonna argue against you. UK wins.
Yeah, it's that simple. We're absolutely studly right now in the 15. The depth is pretty like phenomenal. We got like 6 guys that all 335 or faster. 3 guys in the World Champs final. Yeah, it's great to see that UK male distance running is on the rise.
Yeah, but see, you got 3 countries included in that. We only got 1.
But all 3 are all Scottish. That's the thing. So like UK.
Well, so you can't even claim it. You're British. You're English, mate.
Yeah, you said UK athletics. Well, they're part of it.
Yeah, but you're trying to claim the Scots, mate. That's not
we
fair.
claim them when we want them, okay?
Yeah, that's not fair.
When they do
you don't see
well,
us claiming New Zealand whenever we want Willis.
because it's a different completely entity.
It's all the Commonwealth, mate.
No,
you don't see us claiming
the Commonwealth,
Jamaica or Kenya.
Because we own the Commonwealth. I ended up
Next
in the
question,
UK.
Logan, come on.
Favorite semi-aquatic land mammal?
Is that a platypus? Is that like a?
Sorry, we gotta look at this writing here. This is hieroglyphics here. I don't know who's the author on this
land
one.
mammal or land animal?
Land mammal. So that
It's got to be the platypus then.
Yeah, is that what?
I think that's the only one.
Yeah, I remember that from Phineas and Ferb. That's the only reason why I know that answer.
Fun fact: they lay eggs,
Yeah.
and the male has a poisonous barb on its
Barb.
What
is that?
Yeah, like a. I don't know. It's a barb. It's
like
a stingray has a barb at the end.
Why do you know so much about platypuses?
That's my animal, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's your.
Found only in Australia.
Really?
Okay, gotcha.
Stupidest workout you've ever done. Well,
I feel like some
go.
of these questions are very specific to certain people in this group here.
I feel the pain. Yeah, I'd probably I did 114 by 100 meter hill repeats. So it's like I don't even know the incline. I'm sure it's like around 7% or something like that. But basically just stride effort up a hill and then just slow jog down. Out there for like 2 hours in the middle of winter, hating my life as people just drive by. This is my hometown growing up, so I'd see like some family friends like drive by to go either to get groceries or like go out to eat, and then they'd come back an hour later and they'd still see me running, and I'm just like, why am I doing this?
We did the math on the distance of that this morning, like during the cool down today, and it was like, including warm up and cool down, it was like close to 20 miles.
Yeah, no, I think it's like 16 miles. So I do like a mile warm up, mile cool down.
Okay,
yeah, it's like 16 miles. But yeah, I had lots of knee problems and hip problems from running on the crown of the road and like pivoting and turning on the same leg. I don't recommend it, but I've done it before.
Yeah. I think I know what my stupidest workout is. It wasn't like particularly hard. It was just like a fartlek session, but it was more so like when I did it. So we went to we was coming back from the Lake District, which is like a really nice area in the north of England, and on the way back I was gonna go do my workout, and my aunt called me and said, "Hey, I have tickets for the Manchester United game. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I want to go to the game." So me and my fiance, we went to the game. We got back around to my house around midnight, and I hadn't done the workout. And I was like, well, I've got to do my workout. If I started before midnight, it still counts as the same day. So well, about my workout, starting it at like 11:55. I think it was a typical maybe 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, something like that. I think I did 2 reps. I was like, fuck this, I'm going home. So that was definitely the stupidest thing I've ever done, just in terms of just the time.
I don't know if you can count mine as a workout. I don't know. It's a bad answer to this question, just because it was like. So I used to do this thing on Fridays where sometimes when I was just trying to work on like speed development, I would do like 6 by 150, and the first 50 was an all-out sprint. The second 50 of the 150 was like 800-meter pace, and then the third 50 was back to all-out sprint. And so it was like change of pace stuff, which I really liked. Except I worked out in high school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and so it was kind of like the 4th workout of the week, and it was probably dumb for that reason, not because the actual workout.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I liked doing it though. Like I did it in college when I like felt like I needed to get some speed work in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely stupid to do.
That's why Cam is so fast.
Yeah.
He blows my wheels off every workout. So it makes sense now.
Cameraman, it's all you.
Who is your favorite training partner you have had over the course of your career? I can go first. My coach, when he first started coaching me, was still an athlete at the time because he was only 23. When I was in 7th grade, I think he started coaching me. And he was a 3:37 1500 meter runner. I actually found out that he was an 8:36 steeplechaser as well, which was decent, but he never ran a fast one. But yeah, definitely it was kind of like a coach training partner combination kind of thing.
I think for me, I have to say Craig Nowak, shout-outs. He's a metronome. Like he can just you want a 2-minute 800, you're gonna get a 2 flat 800. You want a 210k, 210k. Honestly, he's that good.
He is good. 210.
Yeah, but no, he was like he's really versatile. So he's really good for the speed work because he was really quick. He was a 339 1500 meter guy, but he was also like an 835 steeplechaser. So he had the range. He could definitely push each other and different elements. And again, whenever it was his turn to pace, he'd be bang on. You could always just on your rep, just switch off. You don't have to look at your watch. You just knew like he's on. Just run. So for that reason, I definitely choose him.
Yeah. And for me, I've pretty much trained solo ever since high school.
So be me then.
Exactly. But Reed and I have always been like virtual training partners, and we kind of gauge workouts. And even now, I've only been here for a few weeks, but Reed's just got a very level head on himself, and so he always stays within himself on workouts. And so, and him and I are both pretty equal fitness levels. So for that reason, he's going to be a great training partner moving forward, and we're going to be, it's great just to measure myself off him too. If you could race anyone in history head to head, who would it be? I would like to race Emil Satopek because he was the gold medalist in the 5K, 10K, and marathon, and if I could just go back in time and race him head to head, I could, trounce my fellow Czech and hopefully win the triple crown per se and the gold medals. So I've always been jealous ever since reading about him and learning about him. So definitely Emil.
Anyone in history, I would pick Usain Bolt for a steeplechase, so I could say that I have defeated the world's fastest man. I think that would be it. I would just take it out slow, wind it up. He couldn't handle the last K, so I think it'd be Bolt in the steeple.
We could still set it up. Yeah.
Sure. $1 million race.
Might be David Waddle. That guy. That he was always like. The way I race, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I go to the back very frequently. And when my high school coach showed me David Waddle's Olympic gold, when he went to the back and was literally dropped by like 20 meters, I was like, that's my guy. I don't go to the back on purpose. It was a completely separated thing. But yeah, like the fact that he did go to the back and was just ran on his own and then still won was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great race.
Who on the team would you bring to third wheel on a date? Joey. I'd take Joey and then just have whoever I was going to be on the date with third wheel. I'd go on the date with Joey.
You can't bring anybody on the Tinman team. I'm like the ugliest guy on the team, and you got handsome Cam and Jamaine over here, like with their accents and good looks. If they're gonna start third wheel, you're gonna end up the third wheel. So I can't even think of anybody.
Who would I take? I think I'd take Brian. Brian is a guy that just wants to make everybody happy. So I think the overall atmosphere of the day, that Brian will go above and beyond just to like make me and my date feel good about ourselves. I think he would be an excellent person. And yeah, Brian Barraza.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think that's fair too. He's going to be a good hype man. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, you want someone that's going to boost you up, not just steal the show.
Yeah.
So you know, Brian is definitely the person that would definitely boost you up.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You see?
No, just do one.
Best piece of advice you have ever received?
Is this running or not running?
Just in general. Could be running or not running.
My athletic trainer told me one time, and this really put things into perspective for me at the time. It was during like a really hard workout. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was feeling good, wanted to do another rep, and I was like, yeah, like, coach, I really want to do another one. And like my athletic trainer overheard, he's like, hey man, like no one ever won an NCAA title by doing an extra rep, but people have lost it before.
Mm.
And that was like I've never forgot that. It was just like staying, like very much grounded me and like kind of reminded me to stay within myself and not push too hard and just kind of like be conservative. And that was like something I'd never thought about before.
Yeah, I guess for me, my high school coach would always tell me, worry about yourself. And I think that's a huge one, because as runners we get caught up on what everybody else is doing, how everybody else looks, what they're like, how they're training, or what times they run. And he just would always say, worry about yourself. You just be the best version of you. You just focus on you becoming the best version of yourself, and that's all we can ask for. You know, some people are naturally better than you, and that's just going to be the end of it. But as long as you master you, and you know you can be internally and externally happy with that, then, and I think that's something that it does take a while to just focus on yourself, but since I've been able to do that, you know, I don't really worry about anybody else, just worry about what I do and me being the best that I can be.
For me, it's not really advice I got, but just all of the people that I've accumulated that recommend reading. I can't recommend that enough. I've grown leaps and bounds just by reading more. But as far as like piece of advice, I still to this day have no idea where or who gave me this quote, but it was on a piece of paper and someone wrote, the best way to prepare for life is to live it. And it was just left on my desk one day, and like I asked all my roommates if they had left it on there, and none of them did it. So I have no idea who left it, but for me, I think that's like such a great piece of advice, like rather than being complacent or sitting around, you know, the best way to figure out who you are or what you like or what you don't like is to go out and do it.
Okay, that's the next one. What is the meal you make when you try and impress somebody?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I don't think I have a go-to. I don't think I have a go-to meal. I think it just kind of depends on...
Peanut butter toast.
It just kind of depends on, like, the time of year. You know, there's certain, you know, what it's like outside. If it's nice and sunny outside,
Yeah,
I've got a chef over here.
Yeah, if you're gonna sit outside with a nice red, you might pair it with a steak. But you know, if you're gonna be with like a nice rosé, you just want something a bit lighter, but you know, like pasta, you know. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just trying to survive. This guy's thinking about you, like, yeah, we're having steak tonight.
When it's a light breeze coming from the north, I like to go risotto. When it's coming from the south, you know, I kind of like a good shepherd's pie.
What's your specialty though?
I'm one of many talents, so I have no particular.
He makes
specialty.
tomato soup. That's like
From the can too. Just pours it in, heats it up, perfect.
You guys know I spent many of nights watching Gordon Ramsay cook. That is my.
So you can just swear at people. Then.
I can swear at people and I can make really good.
Yeah, he's actually a really good
food. I don't know if I can do really good, but I like to try and emulate him.
Yeah.
He's my hero.
I've never.
Your fucking turn.
I've never heard anyone describe Gordon Ramsay as their hero.
He's my hero.
But I respect that.
He's a hero.
Mine's not so much a dish, but the thing I made from scratch that I was most proud of were these things called Portuguese tarts, and it's essentially like a custard tart, except it's got like puff pastry on the bottom, and I made the puff pastry from scratch, and then I made the filling from scratch as well, and it was like the best thing I've ever had. I think I had like 10 of them, like the day I made them, and I felt uncomfortable the next day, but they were amazing, and it was phenomenal.
Probably like a Jack's Pizza or something like that. Just pop it in the oven, dings 15 minutes later. No, I don't really have a specialty per se. Like chicken pad thai or lasagna. They're nothing fancy or nothing, special, but those are my personal favorites, I guess.
Nice.
When did you realize you had a future in the sport of running?
It happened in 8th grade on the football field when I went to go tackle the running back, and he just drilled me, and I did a full flip, and I was like, yep, I don't think I'm going to be good at football. And that was kind of my awakening to be like, yeah, you probably should do running.
I guess for me, it would probably be like the very end of my freshman year going into the sophomore year. When I started to run, and just kind of shot up to like this. You have to, like, for school, you have to do a certain races just because they make you do it because they get points from it, and it's like you get like school vouchers and stuff like that. So they'll send athletes to a race, and I shot up, never ran before, never trained, just had a pair of trainers, and I didn't win, I got second, but like I was like maybe 10 seconds behind a guy that had like competed for England in the track and the cross country like earlier that year, and I remember thinking, that's pretty good. Maybe if I trained, I can beat this guy. And from that day on, I started going to the local track, and I beat him later that year.
I was going to ask
if he's watching, Ben Everson, got you, boy. I got you.
My mom likes to tell this story of when I was in 3rd grade, where we had like this mandatory cross country race that we had to run.
3rd grade.
Yeah. And so it was only 2K, so like it wasn't a long race or anything. But
it was like 4. That's not a long race. You're 4 years old.
At 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
3rd grade. Okay.
You're like
that's probably like
7 or 8. Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. But she was like, you could only see part of the course, and so she was watching it where she could, and then she was going to the next part of the course or whatever, and she was like looking for me, and like couldn't find me or whatever. And then like 5 minutes passed, and she's like, has anyone seen Cam? Like, I don't know where he is. And apparently I was like up in the stands, like already eating my lunch or something like that. And so she like oh, he was having a picnic, and then like tells it like that. But in terms of long term, it was never really like something that I knew I was gonna do. Like even in college, I was like, like I hope I get good enough to join a professional team. But it was kind of like still a very, very gradual process. Like, like coming into college, I think I was like a 4:05 miler, which is great for high school. But like, I think there's like 20 guys who break 4 like most years in the mile. Like 4:05 is not going to do very much.
It's going to do a lot if you run 4:05.
yeah, sure. But like, and then like you're not going to run post collegiately with that. And so like it's very much like a gradual progression.
Well, yeah, you're a freshman and you're not trying to run post collegiately.
Exactly, and that's the point. Like you don't. There's no like you're never certain that you're going to run post collegiately. Like that's kind of just the goal, and like you slowly work towards it, and then you chip off like a second here, a second there, and then like eventually it becomes like close to a reality, and even then it's not certain. Like so. Yeah, I would say there was no like
this guy. I ran 4:05 in high school, and I thought I was gonna suck.
I didn't. That's not what I said.
Look at this guy.
Might be our sport 12.
One of the top recruits in the nation. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be good at this sport.
I'm talking professionally. I'm talking long term.
Handsome Cam just has, he's up here in every dimension.
I didn't break 4:05 until my senior year in college, so yeah. Guess I shouldn't be here.
You're gonna pass the PR to me now, though.
I do. Actually.
Who is Brogan Austin?
A brother.
All right, we'll take it.
Case closed.
There we go.
U.S. marathon champ. A great dude. A teammate for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Yeah.
very, very hardworking, regardless of how dumb that Hill story is. It's it's a testament to your work ethic that you were willing to be out there for 2 hours, which you thought was going to better yourself. Whether you was right or wrong, you genuinely thought that was going to better yourself. So the fact that you can go out there for 2 hours and just run something so monotonous and not want to do it, but you knew that you genuinely believed, if I do this, I'll become a better runner, and that's just something that's like amazing. Like you're just willing to just push the boundaries and do things that I guarantee everybody told you was dumb, but you did it anyway. So yeah, for me, it's just like you're just grinder, like hardworking grinder. That's the biggest thing that I can take from what you are. Who is Cam Griffith?
Handsome Cam.
He is known by Handsome Cam, yes.
I guess we.
Well, I don't get the same spiel that you get. What the heck?
Yeah, that was it.
Messed up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm just some dude on the team, apparently.
No,
It's some Aussie that I guess. I mean, some 405 miler there.
No,
I'm never gonna live that down.
You're never gonna live it.
Handsome Cam is gone. 4 or 5 miles. That's what I have.
if you were to like sit in a room with Cam, I guess like the vibe that he puts off is like he's a very genuine and like soft personality. Like he's very warm and easy to get to know. As a marathoner or a distance runner, I have you come out with this ego of this 1500 runner isn't going to have any strength whatsoever, and he's going to have all wheels. He has the all wheels portion, but he's like a well-rounded athlete as well. And he can crush me on long runs, and
because I'm going 14 miles and you're 20.
Well, regardless. So I haven't quite found anything that I can beat him at yet. He's got the looks, he's nice, and he's faster than me. So still looking for what I'm better than him at. So
yeah, for me, I've known Cam for a short period of time, but I feel like in that short period of time, we've spent a lot of time together. We shared a bed in the Hamptons, so I think that was, something that was whew,
lucky me.
Handsome Cam, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I thought we were keeping things PG.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what was the question? Was it like who Brogan is? I don't know.
All those nice things you said about Dawn.
Yeah.
No, I think to piggyback off what Brogan said, like you fill the room with joy. You're funny. You're great to be around. You have a really positive attitude, but I've got a new nickname for you, Killer Cam. Like you are such a warrior when it comes to like everything. You have that. You are like have so much confidence. You know what you're gonna do. You know what you want to achieve, and you can do it. You've got the range. You've got the tools in the sport. You've got the speed. You've got the strength. I think you can just be as good as you're gonna be. So who is Cam? He's a great guy and 4 or 5 miler.
I knew it was going to live forever. I knew it was going to happen.
He's a 4 or 5 miler.
No, I appreciate that, guys. Thanks.
And there's no more. Okay, let's go.
We're not skipping this one, mate. Who is Drew Hunter? I'm kidding. Who is Jamaine Coleman? Well, let me tell you about the bed we shared in. No, Jamaine is like the team funny guy. And honestly, as much as Joey's gonna hate that, I think he's also gonna appreciate the fact that like you bring this kind of like, I want to say sunshine, but that's just I don't know. It's you lighten up the room like because of the humor that you bring to the team, and I appreciate the banter because that's kind of what I was used to like my whole life, and so personally for me that's one thing that I really appreciate. But yeah, like having you as a teammate's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then
remember what I said about you. Just gonna let you know.
Like every time Jamaine speaks, he just like has this inquisitive piece of knowledge that I'm like, wow, man, that was like super great. And he says it just at the right time. In a conversation. There were a lot of times when we were out at Kremling that, we were having some hard conversations with, as a team, and Jamaine would, say it as it is, and it was what everybody was thinking, and he just spilled it out on the table, and You know, that's the type of vulnerability that not a lot of people are willing to give, and it's a huge asset to have on the team. And you know, as I've iterated before, like every time he speaks, like I'm excited to like what he has to say or what he has to offer, and you know, I'm stoked to have him on the team as well, and excited to learn more from him.
Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it, guys.
I'm Cameron Griffith.
Brogan Austin
Jamaine Coleman, and that was 20 questions with Tinman and Lee.
Call out Usain Bolt.
I would beat him in a steeple. I'm pretty certain, though.
At what point? This is a completely unrelated question, but at what point do you think Usain beats you? At what distance?
600.
Yeah.
You think you have him in a 7?
Maybe 7. 7 might be coming into my wheelhouse.
I don't know, dude.
He ran a 45 400 back in the day.
He would just sit and then just blast you. I think he could get you 800 down.
You beat me in an 8?
I think maybe.
I think Jamaine runs like 151 though.
I think I ran 152 in high school, motherfuckers.
But he's a 45 400 guy.
So
He could just.
He's also a 9.5 100-meter runner.
His 9.5 isn't going to come into play.
No, I know. That's my point.
And he's a soccer player. He's got some stamina.
That's true. He's a
nowadays.
soccer player.
I would beat Bolt in an 8. Stop being stupid.
All right, let's take the
I have
steeple
one.
out of the question. I would like to. I'd pay to see that.
It'd be really boring.
Let's organize
No,
it.
it would
Let's
not.
get
It's
it
so great.
to 20,000 likes, and we'll have Usain Bolt. race day.